moment of silence there. It does appear that I did have an issue with the computer. It went down all of a sudden, not entirely sure why. Hopefully we should be fine. Haven't had any issues before, so, fortunately, Gal got to still see what was going on. Do you want to explain to us some of the things that you were seeing? Because
I was so busy with trying to trouble what happened that I missed it, but they did get quite a bit of distance on the payload. Oh, that's an amazing EMP off of Radimus there. That might just make the difference. Or sorry, it was the Clouded Skies EMP actually. No, that was Radimus. That was right. Sorry. Got everybody with that EMP.
Yeah, out of nowhere, coming back into the fight, we just see the team almost all the way to the end.
Oh my gosh, another big ult off Queen Galaxy.
Kick trying to stall time, but the only cowboy left standing is knocked out. I take that back. Clouded Sky's a cowboy of their own.
They lose some catfish, and that they lose their ability to stall. May would have been amazing for a stall there, but they just really didn't have enough off of that.
Yeah, welcome back everyone to the stream again.
That was an amazing beginning to after having left by mistake, but there were some big ults.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, so while I was away, what was some of your favorite parts? Like, go ahead and talk to us about that a little bit.
I mean, again, as I said, I was busy like trying to figure out what happened, and but the just Cookie Monster just continued to dominate. They won the fight that they were in the middle of when you dropped out, and they were pretty much uncontested the entire way back.
Yeah.
It just really hasn't been much of a fight for Black Cats, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We'll see how they work on attack here. They have 2 Lucios, so they have 3 healers. So, and they have something kind of divey. They can move very fast, and it looks like they're going to be using both those speed boosts.
Yeah, in the very beginning, Black Cats didn't seem like they're going to make a good, the last time we left off, they were falling behind, and then just changed it completely. Winston coming in, disrupting the team. Fair rockets from above. There goes a man in the background.
They're going to lose their one damage dealer, their main damage dealer in that Hanzo. We'll see who they get next. It looks like they're going to get another Lucio, but they just 3 Lucio combo. Looks like Luna's building that ult on Lucio very fast. That could be big, but they really just don't have a lot of damage. The other team has a pretty reasonable comp actually with the Mei. Cookie Monster's having the Mei, and losing both to Phoenix here.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying.
Lose one of the healers.
Oh no, yeah, I was really enjoying the side of Black Cat. They were just coming in and out, but eventually, Cookie Monsters, or not Cookie Monsters, Black Cats figured out a way to combat against Black Cats there and was able to get the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, it looks like they have a really reasonable comp here. I mean, the Tor's a bit weird, but that can work, especially on this kind of map with the payload here. They have the Winston, they have the Pharah, they have so they have actually like a real comp, like a typical comp, which is rare for mystery heroes. They're going against a comp that really only has break for healing, and
D.Va coming in fast, trying to take up the turret. We do have a D.Va trying to fly up high, getting kick, brings her down to half, almost
Phoenix
down.
has just got it on the Winston game though, and that's gonna take out their healers again.
Yeah, we see Cloud Sky going Super Saiyan, putting the beam out on a Radimus, trying to get her out of mech, demeched out. That's 2 D.Vas that they have. Another one is demeched. We only have baby D.Vas fleeing the scene. It looks like they might be taken out in the process, and there goes Xanthe.
Yeah, and they have Molten Core ult there ready for the next fight. Looks like they're gonna be. Looks like they have one of the D.Vas out of mech for this next fight. They're gonna stay out of mech. Interesting. Might have been better to just go and reset, given that how limited your opportunities for building ult and getting stuff done is.
Speaking of, we're just seeing Molten all over the place.
Bit of an early ult there, just trying to zone them out, get a bit more distance on the payload, since they have to push it all the way, and then some.
Create some space around that corner. That's a very tight corner. Rebel Rose on Symmetra. Phoenix is not having it. They know how crazy they can get on Symmetra. We saw it in the previous match. We do not want another Symmetra game.
For sure, no Symmetras here.
Pulling out Catfish. Tourborn knocks him out with a nice shotgun to the face.
You can see that Rebel's trying to do all the work on Symmetra, but they're really not getting any. there's so that sound barrier again. They've had sound barrier both fights this past game, but looks like they're gonna have a big nade off their Ana, and ooh, this could be big. Oh, and they're just kind of zoning them out a bit for that, so that'll stall them off a little bit. Black Cats have stalled off the payload.
Yeah,
It looks like they're gonna have to give up on this fight and re-engage next time.
Yeah, again, it's all about using those ults when you have them in Mystery Heroes. There's less holding on to them. But we do see 2 ults coming from the side of Cookie Monsters. Very defensive ults as well.
No.
A nano boost into the middle of blue. That doesn't look good for them. There comes out the orb. They're trying to flee, regroup. Kick, is she going to be able to make it? And somehow she does. Hell was pulling her down.
Yeah, it looks like they're still trying to keep this fight going, but some catfish popping out the visor there. That's going to really kind of end this fight for them, I think. Yeah, and there's a pick on the mech, but Radimus is able to take catfish out.
Rally coming out from Kick. Brigitte, rally to me. They're going in. They're being aggressive now. They're making this push anytime they get off the payload. There comes a Reaper. Blossom takes out Clouded Sky on Sombra. Winston tries to back up to help against him, but a Winston on a Reaper never looks good for the Winston.
Yeah. I mean, I made that fight work. Eli swears it's possible.
It is possible, it is possible, but not when you're low on health. It does look like there's a lot of trade back and forth. Cookie Monsters may be able to bring this one back.
This fight is still going, but it's not looking good for Black Cats. Yeah, and that's gonna take out the Brig. And Clouded Sky's still trying to make something happen with those turrets there, but looks like they're trying to regroup real quick here.
Yeah, take out those turrets.
A minute and a half left.
Yeah. I mean, also, let's just put compliments to that Hammond skin. Beautiful jack-o'-lantern Hammond.
The only good Hammond skin, in my opinion. There's still not too many of them.
Yeah, he doesn't have too many just yet. I can't wait for, like, I don't know, a bubble Hammond? I don't know, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, a bubble would be good. Like, just a transparent bubble, and then the hamster is inside instead of up top.
Oh,
that wouldn't really work, though, because his headshots wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
Suppose.
Ooh, okay, so we see a lot of sort of just lobbying back and forth from both sides.
They're going to take out some catfish. Was on Mercy there. That could have been a potent advantage, but got a minute left to make this fight work, and they're down 1 person.
Yeah, at this point we see on the side Cookie Monster just spamming from them. Galaxy taking to, again, the stars. Up in Farah just lobbing down grenades, while the Hanzo just also shoots arrows down that tight corridor.
Yeah, you know, Black Cats has a comp here that really isn't able to engage at a range the way that they are trying to, and looks like we're going to see some alts come out here. Symmetra alt and Lucio alt here, and that might push them able to cap the next point. Looks like they have the advantage in this fight.
And there we see dragon arrows come out. Doesn't mean manage to catch anyone. We did see Symmetra's barrier come up there. They try to stay behind it. Hammond coming in. They're looking to knock him out. Hammond gone.
Oh, and there's a massive bomb from Radimus. And that's really going to zone them out. Some Catfish is the only person left on the payload. Luna's taken out. No support, but Catfish might be able to back cap it if they move fast enough. There's one person close enough, but they might be able to move it. Yeah, and Diva's able to boost in there before they get to the checkpoint, and that's gonna. It looks like they got a lucky Tracer at the end. I was gonna comment on Horizon. They got a Mystery Heroes Tracer right at the end, which was good timing, but not enough here either.
A Tracer and a Sombra to speak of. Oh, Deluxity just wrote Iris and Nua casting as my dream team. Thank you, Deluxity.
Oh, Deluxity.
Deluxity's a sweetie. Yeah, I would say Sombra and Tracer are good ones if you want to try to get to that payload quickly, especially with Sombra's, like, infinite sneak now. You know, she's just, you know, running around the Lucio having fun with him while they took a nice stroll to the payload.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, Xanthi! That headshot! Okay, Xanthi, that was some mean Hanzo play there. I'm glad we got to see that.
Nasty stuff right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, wow, look at these scoreboards of these cards. Like, oh, you can definitely tell. So that puts Cookie Monsters at, I would say we're now at a 2-to-1 scoring, considering.
Yeah, but roughly.
Roughly.
Yeah, draws are always very strange.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get, I'm still getting up a few of my things. So go ahead and talk to us about the next map a little bit, if you don't mind.
Wait.
Yeah, I know.
Do you have the next map? I don't have the next map.
The next map, let me see. I have to pull it up here. Let's see. Next map is gonna be Eichenwald. Eichenwalde.
Eichenwald. Eichenwald. These are not my favorite maps. I have to say these
Really?
these maps. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Some of these maps just a lot of them have their own thing. Horizon, of course, very controversial map. Junkertown can be okay, but it's very suitable for that kind of bastion strategy. And then Eichenwald has some big chokes, and all these maps not my favorites because they require team coordination, something that might be a little bit difficult. Some of these people have probably played together before, but they're not probably that practiced together.
And I just want to remind everyone, we did have a small glitch there in between. The stream did go down momentarily as my computer decided to just give up on life. Fortunately, it's, we've resurrected it from the dead. Not entirely sure what happened there, but hopefully we don't have any more hiccups like that. And there we see on the scoreboard, Cookie Monsters with 2 points, Black Cats with 1. This is a best of 3, but we will be playing through all maps. We are now on the third map of the day, of the tournament, of the Extravaganza, and it is Eichenwalde. And Modwiz, you said you're not too big of a fan of this map. I have to say, I am. I love this map. I'm sorry.
I think it's a cool map. I have to be honest. I'm not going to say that I don't. I just think that in my experience, it is a map that means bad news when I play it. That is what I will say about Eichenwalde.
Yeah, so one thing I like about this, I think it's a really good for fair plays, because you can really use the houses. Anyone who can get over the houses or use those houses to their advantage is very good on this first checkpoint.
Yeah, there's a ton of verticality.
Yeah, tons of verticality. Plus, I love any sort of hybrid.
With the Radius and Eterna just rolling right in there on those wrecking. Eterna gets taken out very early on though. They're going up against 2 Orisas, who I think have the damage advantage on Wrecking Ball, so it's gonna make it very difficult to do much against them. Cloud Sky taken out already. It looks like they still have Luna on healing, though, for Team Black Cats.
Yeah, Galaxy coming in with the Hanzo very fast over to the side. They managed to pull 2 more in. Rebel Rose, Xanthi on the point. The rest of the team is going to have to get back there fast, but the other team is coming up from behind. This is not looking good for the side of Black Cats. They're going to have to group up, but they do have a Mercy there healing them.
Yeah, Black Cats has the advantage here, though, because you have to remember that they have 2 Orisas, and they're basically full health here and very close to ult. In fact, both of them are almost identically close to ult. Ooh, Phoenix getting taken down real low. Yeah, okay, so you're gonna stay alive though.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of health they had a Genji and a Sombra and a Lucio on point. It's not really quite enough against something like 2 Orisas.
Now I will say though, from the side of it, on the side of Cookie Monster, Eterna Force having that Pharah can sometimes kind of sneak back hit behind those shields, and they have a lot of potential backliners, so that might be their way of answering to those double Orisas. But with the Mercy, and there comes out the Valkyrie, there comes out the Bongos. There's gonna be no momentum on this side from Cookie Monsters unless they want death. Oh, that's made that double Bongos. Barrage coming out, taken out of the sky.
Yeah, that's 2 bongo assists on Clouded Sky and 1 on Phoenix. Both those Orisas are just so powerful. Yeah. Who would have known that 2 Orisas was the strategy to go with?
Yeah, now I don't think double bongos stacks.
Does it? It showed 2 assist icons. It showed 2 assist icons on Clouded Sky.
Well, maybe they were shooting them. No,
but it might have been this. It might have been suck.
Yeah, I don't think they actually stack, because that'd be excessive in any of the modes where you can have multiple heroes, I would say. But I could be mistaken on that. But I'm pretty sure it works the same as Mercy's damage boost, and I'm pretty sure that damage boost doesn't stack either.
Okay. Yeah, it's not something you see very often, so it's not something you might necessarily know.
Yeah, it's something you only see in a Mystery Heroes Extravaganza. It looks like we see...
They're not having a fight, but they get taken out by the whole team is going to go behind there, maybe try to drop down on the point. They're going to go behind on the bridge. That was unlucky positioning for
yeah, Wednesday coming in from behind, but they have the heal coming.
Clouded Sky is able to take out basically their entire team on the part for Black Cats is coming in. Clouded Sky just popping off. I think Cookie Monsters is done. for this push.
Yeah, at this point, Cookie Monster's gonna have to regroup, hope for better hero picks from their people coming out.
They're really
Fortunately,
gonna have to
they still
take
have a
out that
Mercy.
Junkrat. That was a significant advantage. They tried to go behind, which in fact you don't see very often. People trying to go behind up top there,
Yeah.
but with that tight space and the Junkrat, that just was too powerful.
I would say
Cloud Sky's gonna have a tire for the next fight. Yeah, here comes that tire.
I would say it was pretty smart in this case. Tire comes out. Oh no! It takes out the
kicks
Mercy and the Tourborn. Followed up by Kick, taking out Eternal Force on Symmetra, which we've seen her do work with before. This is looking really good on the side of Black Cats.
Yeah, Black Cat's just having 2 healers, having 2 Orisas. Actually, 3. They have 3 healers. It's a mistake in there. And the Clouded Sky, of course, on Junkrat.
Yeah, there's just too much.
Looks like both those bongos taken out. Did the game just take them out on its own there? Is that what happened?
Yeah, they do run out after a while.
I don't think I've ever seen one last that long. Yeah, it looks like trying to get a last push here in overtime, but losing on those picks. Yeah, those fights. Phoenix just popping off, and their Brig is gonna clean up. Kick's gonna clean up.
Yeah, and at that point with Mystery Heroes, it's so hard because they have triple heals. They have a very strong, heavy DPS. It kind of becomes like a hybrid Goats. Like you have 3 heals, 2 tanks.
Yeah, it's basically it's 3 heals, like 3.5 tanks. Like it's just what can you even do?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing you can do is hope to take out a healer. And I would say at that point, the one to focus on is Mercy. Because otherwise, Mercy's going to bring up any of those other heroes you don't want. So Mercy is your main pick in that case. But unfortunately, they just couldn't get to her. I think their strategy for going in the back up top was a good strategy because they were able to potentially get behind there with Mercy. Or maybe some of their flankers might have been able to go and focus on Mercy. But the problem with that is Brigitte is going to be... as long as Brigette's staying tight with Mercy, it's going to be even harder.
Yeah, it looks like Team Cookie Monsters is also going to get somewhat lucky in the hero pool. They're going to have 2 Brigs, so not as powerful as the maybe 2 Orisas, but they're going to have 2 Brigs and a healer of their own. So there's 3 healers, but not so much with the 3 tanks.
Again, I wonder if their heals stack because I don't think Lucio's heals stack. Like, if you have 2 Lucios doing heals, they don't stack. So I don't know if Brigitte stacks either.
Yeah, well, Brig works on the region, so maybe it'll just give them some more space to work in.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's an early pick. Yeah, those picks are going to probably end the first push for Black Cats.
Yeah, very nice picks.
That's not what the team's called.
Black Cat, Cat Black, I don't know.
Some Catfish is on Team Black Cats, but they are not Team Black Cats.
Oh, well, that's pretty, that's nice that
People
they are on the
incidental.
cat. Yeah. Ooh, Sombra. Sombra in the middle of a room with a Junkrat tries to take a sneaky pick. Junkrat, though, very dangerous one to be in a tight corridor with. Manages to teleport out. Doomfist goes straight in, but again, the Junkrat just holding up that room.
Yeah, Phoenix on Junkrat is showing Doomfist that they mean business.
Brigitte.
Looks like they have a May that may take out the Reaper, but it's not quite enough. It looks like they're probably going to come in and clean this up. Cloud Sky managed to get out of there. Yeah, and they're just kind of stalling. They're just kind of waiting to group up here. They're not really doing much here. None of these pushes have been really committed. They might be trying to build some ultimates up. Hopefully maybe they'll get in with some ultimates, but they're going to have to go up against, looks like 1, 2, 3, 5 ultimates that are fairly close on Team Cookie Monsters. It's going to be pretty hard to do much against, but Phoenix is going to get tired right about now, and we'll see them probably very quick.
Yeah, don't take Queen Galaxy out of the stars yet. She has Blossom and she takes it out. There goes Suedo on Mercy, a great pick. The only one she manages to take out because the Mei ice blocks the ult, but hey, they took out Mercy. Some Catfish trying to get vengeance with a hook, but doesn't manage to catch Galaxy in her
Oof,
sight.
Indeed.
Yeah. That was a very nice use of that ult. Surprised that the Reaper managed to make it out.
Lose their ult with that though, and Luna. They're gonna lose their ult. Black Cat's gonna lose all of their ults from that fight. Catfish might manage to build up a whole hog, but you can see them. They want that whole hog for sure, but they're gonna have to go up against Brig shielding. That's
we have the team split up.
Yeah, and everyone's split up here. It looks like there's maybe a bit of a communication issue happening right now with Black Cats.
Yeah, but Phoenix has been doing so. Oh my gosh, Phoenix at 23 health as Junkrat 17. Will they be able to take him out or her out? And they do manage to. Phoenix has been doing work on Junkrat this whole match, even though they haven't made much progress. So what a great pick.
Yeah, we're gonna see that whole hog come out to some catfish, but they're kind of on their own and taken out so quick by one of the Brigs.
And at this point, they have 2 hit scans on the side of Cookie Monsters, a McCree and a Soldier. They're able to get that high ground, have a Junkrat. They don't have their double, well, no, they do have their double healers, but it looks like the healers have changed on who's controlling them. They're looking pretty good right now. In fact, they're all DPS.
Yeah, they only have about 40 seconds left to make that push work. They get 1 pick off, and they're gonna have a tire to contest with. The tire's gonna get 2. That's massive.
Yeah.
And that's probably gonna stop that push there. They've only got 30 seconds left.
And there goes their one of their healers. Oh, we see the visor going off.
Will it be enough? He's very low on health though, but he's getting healed.
But he uses
visor
it
doesn't manage to find anybody
to get back there. He is taken out, but we do see a res coming in. They're trying to get Clouded Sky up to that top ground, have 2 healers on him. As Doomfist is coming in,
they have a Bastion now on Black Cats. That might make the difference. Damn, taken out by the Soldier.
Yeah, but right now they need to get on the point. Actually, it's looking maybe good for them, but then comes in the McCree High Noon, and it's noon indeed.
Noon. And yeah, and the Brig is probably going to be a lot. There's 2 healers, the Moira and the Mercy. And Mercy's taken out. Just the Moira and the Orisa on point is probably not enough.
Yeah, Hammond able to get back really fast.
Looks like a flashbang kills kick on Orisa there.
And it looks like that might be it for them unless Phoenix can get to it, which they are not able to. So that is
another
our
draw.
Second draw of
Incredible.
the Mystery Heroes. I will say though, I feel like draws are more common in Mystery Heroes than any other game mode, which might be why you don't.
I just don't play it enough to know, but that's interesting. It's interesting because you can only get a draw hold if you hold, but you can't attack, and maybe that's just the difference. You know, holding is. They just gotten lucky with these comps. You know, the defending comps have been very powerful, and the attacking comps not so much. Both times. And a bit of a difference from normal Mystery Heroes is that you don't keep your heroes at the end of the round. Whereas in normal Mystery Heroes, say on a control point map, you would keep your heroes going to the control point.
Yeah.
So that kind of gives a little bit of a chance for some space, but.
Yeah, well, I would say this I've played a lot of Mystery Heroes, as I told you at the beginning, and I think the defense gets the advantage, because you really, as an attack, you need to have the right heroes to go in as an attack, and there's a lot more sort of tricky type things you can do in defense. I think defense is more flexible, so to speak.
Diane, your mic on stream is your other mic right now.
Oh, no, that's not good. So it's the bad mic?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, no. Okay, let me fix that.
Yeah.
Please hold everyone while I fix the mic.
While that happens, I'm going to go get a drink.
Okay, I think I'm on the good mic now. That should be much better for everyone else. While she's going to go get a drink, I'm going to go and talk about our next map, Ilios. Really excited for this one because it's King of the Hill. There is no draw potential on this one, so we will be seeing a win for sure. And there's often a lot of trade backs and forth between Mystery Heroes as a result of it being King of the Hill. I'm hoping that we get to all 3 maps. And already I think we're on, so I wouldn't say I have a favorite map in this mode, but I do have a least favorite map, and that's Ruins, which fortunately we're not on Ruins, we're on Lighthouse. Wow. Luna and Clouded Sky both win. Oh my gosh, make that 4 tanks on the side of Black Cats. No healers unless you count some catfish. And on the opposing side, again, no healers unless you count Radimus. But we do have, and you know, I guess Queen Galaxy can heal herself. But we do have a little bit of a difference on there. Bastion might be able to knock out those heavy tanks on the side of Black Cats. Plus, they have a Tourborn. If Tourborn can get set up, that's bad news for them.
4 tanks, a tracer, and a soldier is, of course, the only winning comp in this game.
Yeah, and they're very aggressive.
You can see that this fight starting. The turret taken out. Looks like, yeah, it looks like Cookie Monster is going to take the point to begin with. the fight's not really over, but it looks like Black Cats kind of gave up the point for that. It looks like they're trying to push back here. Going to be going back in. It looks like this fight's very chaotic. It's hard to keep track of what's going on. It looks like Cookie Monsters though is going to get the picks, and the fight's going to turn in their favor.
Yeah, and here's what happened. Black Cats decided to go around because that was what their composition called for, and it made sense, and they were able to take out that Tourborn. Yeah, they were able to take out that Tourborn. We do have a new Tourborn coming out, I think, on the side of Rebel Rose. Or they're at least able to take out that turret. And wrapping around made sense, but for the side of Cookie Monsters, it made sense for them to get to that point, set up their bash, and hold that point. And once they had that, it was really hard for Black Cat to get in on there. Phoenix coming in, trying to do a little bit of damage, rewinds very quickly, coming back around. There we see,
we're going to see a soldier all playing on some Catfish is going to pop Visor. Other Visor is going to be popped out by Radimus. Looks like they're both going to get one pick. And so Catfish is able to take out Radimus after that.
They were so close to taking out the Bastion, but not quite enough, and Bastion is coming in with the ult for the next fight.
Yeah, that Bastion, hard to do much against, and, you know, 2 Briggs and 2 Moiras coming in. Maybe that is the solution that they need for this Bastion. Who knows? I'm not that confident, though.
Yeah, now, I will say, though, sometimes in Mystery Heroes, when the Bastion uses their ult as the person fighting against it, I'm like, yes, this is our chance. So,
yes, the Bastion ult is definitely, it boosts the healing. The damage change is shield. That's gonna be that's gonna be 4 kills off that Bastion ult. That's incredible. The Bongo damage boosting all of those, I think makes them basically one-shots.
We are going into overtime. This is gonna be hard.
Going overtime. And it looks like Black Cat's not even able to get a single tick on the point. I think that they just got dealt the raw hand here with Mystery Hero.
I mean, it's just, I don't know if they got the raw hand or if Cookie Monsters got the right hand. And I would say Cookie Monsters probably got the right hand by getting
I would say for sure. The Bastion, but I think that they started out with a very tanky comp without any healers. And that definitely, I mean, they had enough tanks to maybe just shove right through that Bastion, but you gotta get in there and just start swinging.
No healers, they had a soldier, JK.
Oh, they had a soldier, right? Yeah, and Doomfist is a shield tank.
Yeah, and then we gotta keep in mind too that Bastion can keep himself healed. So as long as everyone else is, as long as they get to that point, get set up, and everyone else is keeping them defended. Pretty sure they had the Orisa at the very beginning of that Xanthi, so they had the shields to be able to hold back, Team Black Cats. And Black Cats,
Black Cats could have gotten in there and started brawling. They had Reinhardt's, if I'm not mistaken, right? They had
2 Winstons, a Reinhardt.
2 Winstons and a Reinhardt. So they had a very brawly, divey comp, and they could have just gotten in there with their shield, with all their shields, and just ran in and smashed everybody up. But it's not really what they were able to do. They got pushed back a bit too much for them to.
And I think sometimes
take that
it
advantage.
comes down to not expecting a Bastion. No one expects.
Yeah, Bastion's definitely looks like Cookie Monster is gonna lose their Bastion on this point now.
That's good. They needed that.
Yep, for sure. Black Cats needed that, but it looks like Black Cats is gonna cap this point first.
Yeah.
And take the first fight here.
Coming in with 2 picks, or helping. Yep, 2 picks. Amazing Symmetra play. We're just watching her the whole time, sending out orbs, sending out beams, sending out turrets, and knocking out the 2.
It looks like the turn is on Widow here, but she's gonna end up in a little duel here with Clouded Sky and Tracer.
Clouded Sky.
Clouded Sky's gonna get back to point,
Woman of my own heart. Tracer. I'm all about that Tracer.
Indeed.
Ooh, Hammond trying to get away, but she has a Tracer.
Trying to get away, but it looks like she's too fast. Hammond not about getting away. Probably should have used grapple to get out of there.
Tracer does have a bomb. She's coming up from behind. Is she gonna be able to land it?
Land the bomb. No, she dies with her bomb. Oh, that's the worst feeling. I wonder if she was trying to throw it and it canceled that when she got bashed.
It is possible. Some Catfish, they're trying to get her off from that high ground. Managed to with the Orisa, but Orisa goes down and some Catfish is back up on top. Zenyatta again.
We're gonna see Catfish up way up there. Oh, managed to get a shot from Lucio somehow hitting some Catfish way up on top of the building there.
A headshot from Lucio.
I didn't even know you could get up there. Was that a headshot? I was not expecting.
Yeah, it was a headshot.
It looks like Rebel Rose on Doomfist hacked and just taken out real quick. Some Black Cat seems to have the point advantage here, so this is looking very good for them.
Yeah, it's Black Cats is coming back around with their picks here. Symmetra Kick is so good on Symmetra. Phoenix is so good on Zenyatta. We saw Phoenix on Zenyatta before, back on Horizon, Horizon Zero, no, and just massive damage, massive healing. Like, how are you supposed to answer to that? You can't.
You know, Phoenix has just come up so much this match. They've just done such a great job for their team. On all of the heroes they've played. So.
Yeah, that
and he's been taking a Volrose again.
Hammond coming up, but is taken out by again the Zenyatta.
They almost give up the point. I mean, a bit of a mistake there, having the advantage in the fight, but letting the point almost flip entirely. Only got a tiny bit, but they still have the advantage.
Bastion coming out, but I don't think Bastion will have enough time to really.
I don't think Bastion has enough to do anything, but Bastion is able to D-Mac kick, and. No, they still keep the point, even though they just needed a tiny fraction to flip it for that initial couple of percent.
Yeah, that puts us 1-1 on this King of the Hill match. We have one match left, my least favorite, but hey, at least we saved it for last, the Ruins.
And you can't have a draw on this match.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Yeah, no draws here. That's the beauty of King of the Hill, right? You're gonna have.
I mean, I guess you could have a draw. Nobody could ever capture the point.
Yeah. The only games you can have draws in, by the way, is Capture Point, 2CP, and Hybrid. Those are the only ones that allow draws.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Payload and King of the Hill, no draws allowed.
Both of the maps that we've had that option have ended in draws.
Yeah,
so
anyone that's had the option hasn't ended in draws. But hey, isn't that the way we want it to be? Like, that's some even fighting right there.
Draws, but of course, when you're playing a ranked match, draw is the worst possible option because it is the option that means that you put in all of that work and you ended up with nothing.
I mean, I'd still rather take a draw than a loss.
Well, of course, everyone would rather take a draw than a loss, but it's definitely not the win that you hope to come in for.
Yeah. I mean,
it looks like Cookie Monster is going to take early control of this point here. It's not unlocked yet, but they've clearly set themselves up and gotten the advantage. It looks like Kit's going to try to come in though, but they're recognizing that they're flanked and they're going to back off to the rest of their team. Phoenix still on that Zenyatta.
But nothing's really done to Eternal Force while she's asleep, so she's able to potentially get set back up. One thing with this is you have to be careful about staying in that low ground, because that gives the other team the high ground. Eternal Force setting up next to the statue as
It's an interesting spot, for sure.
I think it's an ideal spot.
It's an ideal spot, for sure. I've never seen it, but it's definitely the ideal spot, considering that you're not quite accessible, but you're on the high ground still.
And you can rotate around that statue when you need to, grab some healing. Like, oh, that's gonna be my new Bastion. If I ever play Bastion on this mode.
Yeah, I'm not too big a fan of playing Bastion on this, for sure.
Yeah, which is probably why we've never
if you're in random heroes, sometimes you get it, but I always get Widow on random heroes.
Phoenix taken out by Xanthe on Hanzo.
So they're gonna lose Phoenix, who's been really helping them pull us off, but they're just not gonna lose all their heroes. They have Moira. She's gonna pull in her ult here, so R is gonna be popping that Coalescence. Some Catfish has Nano Boost. We'll see who they use it on. Hopefully they use it soon.
I mean, as soon as you have Nano Boost, you kind of want to use it pretty early. Be aggressive.
Yeah, here comes that Nano Boost on their Diva there on Kick. Queen Galaxy popping Self-Destruct, but not getting anything for it. So Cloudless guy's taken out by Radimus. Luna's gonna take out Xanthe, but Xanthe's gonna kill the turret with the shot fired before death.
They're going after Luna hard.
And it looks like they take out Luna on Bastion,
Yeah,
so it looks like Black Cats is going to lose their Bastion, which had ult.
Black Cats had their own Bastion to answer to Eterna's, but they're...
It's like Self-Destruct comes in. No picks. It went a bit too far there. Unable to hit even Rebel, who was asleep. Looks like the fights moved a bit. Comes in high noon.
Yeah, Eterna Forest. You know, meching it up, that's two more. Every time she's turned into a mech, it's been dangerous. Oh my gosh, it's not looking good for the side of Black Cats. Bastion set up. Anyone who comes in is just going to get a face full of bullets, and they are not able to make it in.
And it's going to be Cookie Monsters taking the win.
I believe at this point, that means Cookie Monsters wins this Extravaganza, because there's only one map left.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that is a full win for Cookie Monsters, but we are going through all 5 maps, so we will be seeing the 5th map. But that one's going to be played more for fun, as we do now have our winners.
Holy shit, this ultimate was amazing. Stop getting Bastion.
Queen Galaxy.
Bastion really, I think, is the strat for Mystery Heroes. If like a team with a Bastion who's set up on defense really just has that advantage, there's nothing you can really do about it too, because of the hand that you're dealt is so random.
Yeah, I mean, you have
and
to...
if your team plays around you well, that's Bastion's very powerful. Is the most, I think, the highest DPS in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, he'd have to be, I would say.
Yeah, I think his is higher than Junkrat, who I think is overall. So,
well, I mean, I guess it depends, because if you have a Junkrat up close in your face consistently hitting grenades, he might take you out a little bit faster.
I think the raw output is higher. I think that the fire rate and damage is like practically it's like a small difference though.
Yeah. No, I will say, I mean, that's the thing with Mystery Heroes. It's really anyone's game. You can't ever... There's no predicting which team might do X thing or Y thing and be able to... Oh, Route 66, huh?
Oh, okay.
Iris, I'm going to let you on a little secret. Route 66 is my least favorite map.
I have to say that my opinion on it is varied. I used to kind of like it, but like over time, I don't like it because if you get it in quick play, people set up real close to your spawn when you're attacking. And then they just take out your entire team because there's no coordination, and that spawn is weirdly like exposed. It's like it's worse than Gibraltar, in that way. But like in terms of comp, I like it only if I start on defense.
Yeah. Now I think for me, it's just to me it's kind of a boring map. Like there's a lot of just. I feel like it's a little vanilla, for lack of a better word. I mean, you have top of gas station. You have like, I don't know. There's not that much sort of like.
There's not that much you can do on it, right?
Yeah. No.
It's like a predetermined.
Now,
like,
given.
setup.
Yeah, it's very predetermined setup. Now, given, I think that changes at the very last push. That I think is when it gets exciting.
That final phase of the map is definitely far more exciting. That's where you see some comps change up. You can't really play that the same way that you play the rest of the map. It becomes a little bit more close quarters. You start to see maybe a little bit less verticality happening. Some spots for Widow open up that are a little bit more advantaged, perhaps.
Now, I will say,
and there's some more opportunities for flankers to really get an advantage.
Yeah, I will say though, I kind of like this map a little bit more after the Ashe release. I'm like, ooh, Ashe.
Oh my gosh, I'm not sold on like Western themes, like in terms of like the West and that kind of stuff. So it's not really my thing. But I will say Ashe looks exciting.
Now you're saying you don't like the Wild West? That seems
pretty much
uncalled for.
I've never really taken to it. But I have to say Ashe looks like a cool character, and everyone's like, oh no DPS. But I really think that we've been needing that.
Yeah, we haven't.
I'm sure she'll just be entirely overpowered, and it'll be great.
I'm okay with it. DPS main, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it. I like the idea. I'm a little worried. The only thing I'm worried about is the, will the aim thing. They see, how similar to Reaper will she be? That kind of thing.
I think she's
Reaper has kind of that.
I think she's supposed
to be mid-range, which there's actually not too many characters that are mid-range. McCree's a little bit less than what I'd call proper mid-range. Soldier's properly mid-range. That's about it.
Yeah.
And, Tracer's close range.
Queen Galaxy, super sneaky Tracer. Okay, all right, I'm digging it.
Nothing really happening yet. Oh, it looks like Arcade's just gonna take it out. It looks like we're seeing also right out of some catfish.
Yeah, Queen Galaxy just
kind of
hanging out
very
in the gas
slow
station,
fight here
poking
happening.
A little bit here.
Yeah, a bit of a odd position for Tracer, but maybe try and get that to the bomb.
Uh oh, catfish is coming for. Oh,
Catfish going
dogfight. Oh,
yep.
Tracer was almost down.
Recall, but Catfish taken out by Eterna. Maybe it's saving Queen Galaxy.
Oh, Galaxy distracting Eterna as just taken out by someone else.
Yeah, I feel like she got maybe a bit lucky on that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because that's part of Tracer too, right? It's distracting, and Tracer also.
Oh, for sure. I think.
So I would say at that point.
I think that they came in though and helped her out more than she helped them out. She distracted them, but.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm a Tracer main.
It was obviously effective nonetheless.
Yeah. Ooh, and here we see.
It looks like
Cookie Monsters eating up their cookies.
A slow fight. Oh, Catfish stuck on the point on Mercy. Gonna do PS, but maybe not too much.
Yeah. Eternal Forest setting up his Bastion. How do they keep getting Bastion? What sort of deal with the devil have they made?
Every single point, and Eterna on Bastion.
Yeah, Eterna was Bastion.
The same every time.
Ooh. Suedo! I don't know if Suedo did that intentionally, because sometimes in mystery mode, there is kind of an intentional death where you die because you're like, I'm not good at this hero, get me someone else.
You know, I play it so little, I didn't realize that they had made a change. This was sometime between when I played it slightly more and when I played it not at all, was where if you jump off, you don't get the same hero. Or you get the same hero,
Yeah,
you don't...
The same hero. Yeah.
Which actually might have been a strategy if you're about to die and you want the hero, just jump off.
Well,
you'll reset, but you'll get your same hero.
That is the new strategy. That is the new strategy. Sometimes if you're like, no, I want to stay this hero, you kill yourself. You suicide for the greater good.
Is that what you know as the mystery hero expert here?
Yeah.
We're gonna see a Mayall come out here, and it's gonna stall them out a little bit longer. Eterna, though, just mopping everybody
Yeah,
off.
Eterna, why do you do this? Double Bastion? Oh, that's just cruel.
Double Bastion, oh no.
Double Bastion, a May and Tracer. This is cancer. This is cancer.
If it had a couple of Briggs and Aura, that would be
Yeah, can we get a cure for cancer over here for the side of Black Cats? Come on, you have 9 lives. You should have it.
They've got Doomfist. Maybe Doomfist can do something. Maybe.
Doomfist
But Bastion's pretty fast with his damage, especially with 2. So Doomfist might struggle to work properly.
But they don't have any shields, and they do have a Roadhog with some catfish, so they might be able to grab one of them.
Yeah, but it looks like the shields on Black Cats is probably gonna hurt them more than help them because because every shield character they have is a character that can't really do a lot of damage. That Bastion is really good about taking those shields out, especially with 2 of them.
Right.
But they're not going to be able.
It's more about the Roadhog being able to grab them, but there's just so much.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, and I was just saying with the side Cookie Monsters not having any shields.
And they're just taking this. This is just a slaughter.
Yeah, just cancer all the way. But hey, I mean, like, this is the last map. It's just about having fun at this point, and I think both teams know it. It's just fun. I mean, it's been fun throughout the whole thing, I'm sure. But
maybe the game knows too. But a bit of salt in the wound though to give Cookie Monsters the advantage.
I'm pretty sure this is. I'm pretty sure Black Cats is how most of people's our mystery games go.
For sure. That's basically why I don't play. Yeah. This is that every game is like, well.
Now the nice thing, because so each round here it does reset the heroes. So we now see Cookie Monster no longer with Bastion. However, on the side of Black Cats, they decided to grace them with 3 healers and a Bastion. Well, excuse me, 4 healers and a Bastion. Sometimes I forget Mori is a healer, not a damage dealer.
I mean, I found her to be just as powerful. I've been playing her for all my so far, because I play her so well, and like she's great. She's great for both, especially if your team decides that they don't really want to do too much. You can help them get the right idea. Plus, you build up your ult so fast with those orbs. It can really be a significant advantage.
But like they're waiting around in this corner. They don't know Bastion's coming. The Bastion Vengeance? I don't know. Is it going to come out? Will they seek their vengeance?
Looks like they take an early pick on some catfish though. So that's gonna remove their only shielding. But they still have a lot of heals coming in, so that might be enough to keep the Bastion alive for a while.
Yeah, they might not need shielding if they just keep healing. Luna is moving around.
Looks like they've got 2 mercies, both healing Eterna. Yeah, I don't know if do those heals stack?
Bye-bye, Rose.
What just happened?
It's a very common thing. You'll see the Reinhardt charge, hoping to grab a hero. Didn't manage to grab a hero, so just flew straight off the side. But that does mean she's coming back as Reinhardt.
Of course, yes. Does that reset? That resets your ult percentage, though. I guess
it does reset your ult percentage.
The strategy does have some downsides, then.
It does have some downsides. But if you have your main hero, there's a certain point where you're like, I'll just kill myself.
Yeah. It's always like when I get Tracer and Mystery Heroes, and I'm like, now it's time.
Exactly.
For sure.
Especially
that Ryan was charged right into the cart trying to go for Cloud Sky and some catfish, but Ryan's body being pushed by the payload. Oh, ouch. You just see it running right over his body.
Hey, at least he's stuck to the payload, right, Reinhardt?
Yeah, he never left that, not even in death.
Not even in death. That's some dedication right
there. That's dedication. That's the kind of dedication I would expect Reinhardt to have, not Rhinefish. Ryan's new skin.
That's my new name for him, Rhinefish. And
Rhinefish?
coming out. Is it gonna manage to grab anyone? It's rolling around the mine shaft a little bit just to hide it, hoping they maybe get some. Oh, almost gets shot.
Oh, with that far taken out. Oh, and then yeah.
Not able to grab anyone.
Nobody. That far probably would have been a prime pick for the tire, but taken out too early. Sometimes you find that when you're about to use something and you just get taken out immediately.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, like, if the fair goes out of the, if they're able to get the fair one way or the other, I'm sure they'll be happy with it. They'll keep them going.
For sure, Farah being another one of those kind of Bastion-like counters to Mystery Hero.
Yeah,
just because of the difficulty taking her out.
Yeah.
Essentially anyone that hurts in unorganized games, low ranked, quick play, etc., is going to be significantly advantaged for Mystery Heroes because the coordination is similarly challenged.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how good Sarah is against a Bastion because you're making it so that he has to look up, and that's
right, exactly. Which is why those shields are so necessary, is that it keeps them safe from the Farah and lets the rest of the team try to take that out.
Yeah, now given though, Farah can get behind some Orisa shields and even Reinhardt shields, so sometimes, you know, but
of course they have to contest the whole team if they do that, though.
Yeah, exactly. It has, well, when you do that, you have to make sure that you have some sort of shielding, like that the houses are really good for that, and then also make sure that your team is coordinated enough to also attack during that time, provide damage from 2 different lines of areas, and that's
a Widow pick on Tracer, always an interesting thing. Taking
no, I remember the days when it was 1 body shot and death from Widow. Oh
my god.
Those days were rough. And Xanthi.
I do not remember those days. That was either before my time or before my time on Tracer.
It was when Overwatch first came out, so it would have had to been the very start.
Before my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I started around a little bit before Sombra was released, so.
Yeah, Widowmaker would body shot Zenyatta and Tracer. 1-shot body shot.
That's a bit much, yes. That would make my Widowmaker abilities go up quite significantly, though.
Oh, it made mine too. I thought it was good. No.
The only reason I can't play Widowmaker is because I can't hit crits.
Xanthi just up on the saloon. Like I feel
Looks like they'll never give up on that Bastion, though.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh, that's a big EMP, though.
I feel like we're seeing a scene from a Western movie here.
Yeah, this is a very chaotic fight here, but Black Cat's having most of the advantage in this fight, especially with all those picks. Turning around, nope, and they're gonna take out most of their team.
It's like a firing range of snipers and a McCree. Guys, this is a Western movie. If y'all want to go see a country Western movie, this is it. I'm pretty sure this is what is it called? Seven something or another. I can't remember the name of it. Oh,
I don't know. I don't know any Western movies.
Yeah, there was
can't help you there.
There was one that they recently came out with, but I can't think of it. It's called like 7 Extraordinary. I don't know. Not Extraordinary Gentlemen. That's a whole nother movie.
Luna going in deep for the Diva flank, but that's not managing to push anybody off the high ground. And you can see Black Cat's, you know, part of this, even those matches for fun. You can see that they're a little scattered around. You kind of feel like Team Cookie Monsters is just kind of working as a unit, and Black Cat's is just kind of trying out different things.
Yeah, Galaxy on the Anna saw the Anna was like, no, you're not allowed any healers here.
Of course, they could get an even better healer.
That's true, but Anna, how can you say that about Anna? How can you say an even better healer?
Depends on what kind of aim I can do on that day.
They just got.
They got a Mercy.
They just got Mercy.
My prediction confirmed.
I love Anna, I do, but in Mystery Heroes, Mercy is the best healer to get in Mystery Heroes.
I feel like I don't even want to play Ana and quick play most of the time because my team is going to be a little bit. You know, they're just not going to be in line of sight. We'll call it that.
Yeah, they did make a few changes to her that makes her a little bit harder. I'm still a huge fan of her. She's my favorite healer, so.
Changes to make her harder?
Yeah, well, I think it's not changes made her harder. It's just there's more shield heroes, and you can't really.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. That's one of the annoyances playing Tracers. There's a lot more shield heroes. Period. Even if you ignore any kind of CC ability, you just have all those shields to deal with, and it's become very much a shield game, especially if you watched any of the World Cup recently. It's just all shield game, triple tank, so many shields.
Yeah, it's also why Sombra's became such a huge pick now, because she can break through those shields. Rose just hopping around on Genji, loving watching her. Just hop, hop, shoot, shoot, deflect, deflect. Oh, man. Okay, that May. Fortunately, they were able to get them out. Clouded Sky trying to run to the point, unable to make it. And that's another Cookie Monster wins. Cookie, cookie, cookie. They get all the cookies.
Just not enough. Just not enough to get it all the way.
I love how the scoreboard
And
makes it look
Zenyatta
like it was
played
a best
in
of
the game.
7. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Best of 7, by the way.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I love... Man, we saw some great Zenyatta plays throughout this entire event. Throughout this entire extravaganza. Wow. Yeah, Xanthe. Once Xanthe was on Widowmaker, she just held up in the
Just
saloon.
incredible Widowmaker.
Yeah, like, I'm telling y'all, I can't think of the name right now, but it's a freaking Western. We just watched a Western movie. We weren't watching Overwatch, we're watching a freaking Western.
Of course, looking at Xanthe's profile, they're of course a Widowmaker and Mercy main.
I'm not surprised, but that's a weird combo, Widowmaker and Mercy.
Yeah, that's a weird combo. Then it's Ana, but significant amount less. Widowmaker and Mercy are very close, though. They're Widowmaker slightly more than Mercy.
See, I could see Ana, because Ana has a very similar sort of playstyle to Widowmaker, but she heals. They are different. People don't realize, like, just because they are both technically snipers, it doesn't feel the same. But, like, I could see Ana and Widow, but, like, Widowmaker and Mercy, that's a weird combo. But man,
they don't really play too much Mercy anymore. But it looks like their main is Widowmaker now.
That's not surprising.
But they've still got nearly the same amount of hours on.
Yeah. So let's see if we can get into a voice chat with all of them real quick. Just let them know that they're on air. I think they're in a separate channel. See if we can go to it. Yeah, they're over on Cafe Lobby. Let's head over there.
Fish in a barrel, honestly.
Everyone, before y'all start talking, I have y'all on air in the stream. Does anyone want to say anything?
Ban Bastion.
I'm sorry. Ban Bastion. Yeah.
And that was the most fun I've ever had on Mystery Heroes. Lordy. Everyone's just waiting for the Bastion to pop up, and it's just screaming.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool, though, to have a hero pick Mystery Heroes where you can ban certain heroes from being ever rotated to?
That's called
like every round. Correct.
Everybody wants to be able to
Yeah.
something that they've been asking the devs for a long time.
Yeah. They need to add that new setting. Well, anyways, we're about to end the stream, but thank you all for playing. Obviously, we're going to continue on the chat. I just wanted to get y'all's voice of whatever, which is Ban Bastion. Agreed. And, and that's it.
Whoever the widows were scary.
Oh, Xanthe.
So not me then.
No,
That was
Xanthe.
very scary.
Yeah, we were calling it a Wild West movie. Well, I was.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And it was not in favor of black cats. It was not in favor.
You tried.
No. Just in the Route 66 moment.
They gave a widow main a widow.
Yeah.
They had a Widow main with Widow.
Yeah. That's the problem. When people die, eventually they'll get their main. Oh, scary. Okay, well, I'm going to end the stream. Everyone that's on the stream, thank you for watching. This has been me, Nuadin, and Modwiz as your casters. Everyone have a good day. Goodbye.